Welcome back, beautiful people. It's your TTA Pro, Mr. O, back with another episode. النهارده we're going to continue بقى آخر درس في parallelism هناخد faulty comparisons. Now, basically, هديكوا ال idea itself in a nutshell. Just waiting on my whiteboard to load. Okay. Thank you, whiteboard. Don't care. Okay, I don't care. Thank you. Anyway, so احنا قلنا parallelism ثلاث أنواع, right? We took words, we took phrases, right? We took lists. Are you guys done moving around the screen? Okay, so we took phrases, words, phrases, we took lists, and then we took word pairs. Please اهتموا بالword pairs. Okay, so today we're going to take faulty comparison. تمام? So that goes من parallelism ليه? Two things. Comparison يعني أما أجي أقارن بحاجة تانية. Right? The most common comparison بنشوف ER, EST أو most أو more, right? بس برضو أما أجي أقارن حاجة بحاجة, they need to be exactly alike. They need to be exactly alike. So when I compare two things مع بعض, لازم يبقى نفس الحاجة. ما ينفعش compare two things مش شبه بعض. All right? So if I compare color, color with color. If I compare size with size. If I compare shape with shape. So they have to be exactly the same. This is the faulty comparison point عايز اقولها لكم. ودايما في keyword for faulty comparison or أما يقول لك احنا بنسألك على comparison. For example, words such as similar to, words such as than, ER words, most, more, EST words. So when you're dealing with comparison برضو في signal word زي بنلاقي في parallel structure. So let's go to the notes right now. We're going to review the notes very quickly, and then زي ما انتم عارفين, we're going to practice, right? Practice and apply. We don't have too many questions here, do we? Not too much. Let me see. Okay. Let's begin. So we're going to do faulty comparison right now. وبعد ما نخلص faulty comparison, we're going to go into test practice, all right? So introduction, زي ما احنا قلنا, we already discussed faulty comparison. We did look at introduction, background. Before we dive, let's establish something important. Comparisons involve evaluating similar things, similarities and differences. These entities can be objects, people, concepts, whatever. بس أهم حاجة, they are similar to one another. Okay, so let's begin. So comparisons, correct usage. في حاجة اسمها positive, comparative, superlative. I won't be talking too much about this, all right? But basically, in superlative, excuse me, the comparative more or ER. You cannot use both, okay? So make a قارن بالcomparative adjective, it's for two things. And make it قارن أكتر من اتنين, you use most. You guys know this, right? Most or EST. Simple لحد دلوقتي. Now, and برضو when you're comparing, she runs faster than him, two people, صح? She runs the fastest in the group, three people. That's not my issue. عشان comparison سهلة. The problem is الerrors اللي بتيجي أما نيجي نعمل comparison مع بعض. You have something called the double comparative, right? Double comparative. One common error is the misuse of the double comparative. This occurs when a sentence begins with a comparative structure and a second clause also begins with a comparative. For example, the more I study, the more I am understanding the subject. This is called a double comparative. This is incorrect. The more I study, the better I understand, right? In the correct version, the second idea begins with better instead of am understanding, which is the correct form. So بعده عن double comparative. One comparison per sentence. Number two, comparative and superlative confusion. Another error to avoid is confusion between the comparative and the superlative. إيه هو الcomparative ال-ERE form. إيه هو superlative ال-EST form. Comparative forms are used to compare two things. Superlative is used to compare three or more. Please keep this in mind. Using the wrong form can lead to grammatical errors. For example, she's the most tallest person in the room. No, she is the tallest. So be very careful with this issue. Another thing, point number 3, incorrect comparison of non-comparable entities. So this is really important. أما أجي أقارن حاجة بحاجة لازم يبقى نفس الثing. It's important to compare entities that are logically comparable. Comparing non-comparable entities can lead to confusions. For example, apples taste better than the color blue. Obviously, this is clearly a problem, صح؟ عشان هنا أنا بقارن apples with color. But when you're dealing with false comparisons or faulty comparisons, لازم تتأكدوا they're equal in size or style or structure. Now, one little shortcut you can find, أما أجي أقارن حاجة بحاجة، أنا بدور على الphrase that of or those of. Usually, this fixes the issue most of the time, right? The misuse of no sooner when dealing with comparisons. When using the phrase no sooner at the beginning of a sentence, it's important to structure the comparison correctly. The word then must begin with the second clause. For example, no sooner I finished my work, I went to bed. This is something that appears on your tests. No sooner had I finished my work, then I went to bed. So when you're dealing with a no sooner, don't forget then. Again, this deals with comparisons. Incorrect comparison quantities. Again, when comparing quantities, it's important to use appropriate phrases. For non-countable nouns, يعني non-countable nouns ما اقدرش اعدهم صح؟ Like for example, air, rice, water, these are non-countable. We use the phrase as much as. While countable nouns, we use as many as. Countable أعرف أعدهم. Using more than with numbered comparatives is incorrect. For example, I have more than 3 books. No, I have as many as 3 books. So ما اقدرش اقول more than عشان more than بقارن حاجة بحاجة. Do not do that. You can't say I have more than 3 books. More than A, right? On testing, this comes as something that's incorrect. It's actually pretty easy session today, or pretty easy ideas. Just very quickly, what is the difference between a comparative and a superlative? Comparative is for 2 things. Superlative is for 3 or more. Comparative بياخد الphrase more or ER. Superlative بياخد the phrases most or EST. 2, can adverbs be used as comparatives and superlatives? Yes, adverbs can use them. Okay. How can I avoid double comparatives in the writing? To avoid double comparatives, ensure the second clause, the second idea, does not begin with the structure. What should I do if I'm unsure if 2 entities are logically comparable? Use the phrase that of or those of. That's it. How can I improve my ability to compare quantities? Practice. That's all we have here for faulty comparison. I won't do the questions actually. Why? Because I want to go into the practice of the parallelism quizzes. Sorry about that. There you go. Okay. I want to go into the parallelism of the parallelism quizzes. So let's begin here. We're going to work on parallelism activity number 1. So now we're done with parallel structure. We're done with parallelism. We're going to take this little, we're going to work together. It's not a quiz. We're going to work together. We're going to work together on applying بقى كل الrules اللي احنا أخدناها with parallelism. Now keep in mind, it's not easy. Did we do this? No, we did not. We did do this parallelism number 1. Let me change this activity. It's parallelism number 2 that I want. Okay. Parallelism number 2, maybe number 3, who knows? Okay. If we have time, we'll do number 3. I have this all done. Okay, number 3. Okay, it's number 3 that we didn't do. We did number 2 as well. We'll do number 3. Okay, this is the last one. Ah, I see what I'm doing. It's not this one that I want. It's mega mix practice. There you go. So now we're going to practice all of the rules for parallelism, word pairs, على faulty comparison, على phrases, على lists, على single words. You know, mega mix practice is a mastery level. Okay. So keep in mind, it's not easy. Respect the test. We're going to begin على كل السؤال. I'll give you about 1 minute per question, right? I'll give you about 1 minute per question. ابعتوا لي الإجابة في الchat. Please send it to me. Thank you. All of the parallelism rules. Remember, equal style, equal structure. Omar, no. Shazza, no. Okay. So these require thought أكتر من أي حاجة تانية. انتوا الاتنين قلتوا لي دي antibiotics and drugs. The problem here, this is too vague for the structure عشان بيتكلم عن حاجتين شبه بعض. عشان here they're called together called antimicrobial agents. So make sure you read the sentence برضو. So ما اقدرش اقول إجابة دي عشان drugs ده بيغطي كل حاجة. إنه احنا بنتكلم عن drugs معينة. والdrugs دولت they're related to antibiotics. So the answer B, antibiotics and similar drugs. Answer C, this second comma is incorrect, fragment. Answer A, again, subject, comma, verb, fragment. So answer B is the best answer. Please don't use sense, okay? Make sure you don't, and if you need help, just let me know. Let's try the next one. Question number 2. It's not about speed, it's about correct answers. Make sure نقرا الجملة كلها. Good job, Miss Shaza. مش لازم أطلع بره الجملة عشان أحل أسئلة parallel structure unless instructed to do so. But other than that, it's important we have good habits. Very good job, عمر. انتوا الاتنين قلتوا لي answer A. Good job, guys, here. Answer B, and that of معناها illness. So كتبوا illness and illness, right? Illnesses and those of, again, أنا بقارن illness مع death, صح? Or not مش بقارن, apologies. I'm combining illness and death. Those are the same things. It's a human condition. So مش محتاج that of or those of. أنا بستخدم that of or those of لو بقارن حاجتين مع بعض والحاجتين دولت مش شبه بعض, right? And the illness and deaths, again, that's not really parallel. We want to make sure برضو we choose the most parallel answer. Let's go to question number 3. Sorry. Shaza, no? Okay, Omar. Now, it's really important عشان في الامتحان عندنا we'll have دايما one or two answer choices that will affect us, صح? لو شفنا الانسر originally في answer A, when prescribed and taken, صح? So we know right here, this is not parallel. And if you look at answer B and C, prescribed and taken, these two fix المشكلة بتاعتنا. Prescribed and taked, this does not. So for Delhi Gibbet B with C, so you have two answer choices. When you have two answer choices, it's important نشوف الفرق between these two answers, right? هنا بيقول لي the value of which, their value in patient care, okay? The value of which, احنا هنا ما عندناش الفريز ده. In patient care is of the greatest enormous benefit. وهنا قلنا بس enormous. Well, answer C. Why? Greatest معناها enormous. They're similar in meaning. So you have redundancy. Well, original phrase that برضو is unnecessary. So answer B, although صلحنا مشكلة parallelism, it is a wordy answer choice. Usually, make sure you check for multiple mistakes احتياطي. Not normal, but ممكن يحصل. Let's go to question number 4. Take your time, find a reason to choose an answer. Omar, good. Okay. So, Shaza, انت بتدوري على ايه دلوقتي؟ Let me know. Like, انت بتحلي number 4, انت كنت بتدوري على ايه؟
Uh,
مش عارفة. صح؟
yes.
Word pair. You're looking for the word pair. Oh, اديت لك هنتية. Here's a hint too. What about you, Omar? What did you look for?
I was looking for like a word that is repeated, like so here, so long, so well.
برضو, the wrong reason. You got the answer correct, but the wrong reason, right? You have to make sure, guys, نقرأ الجملة كلها من البداية للنهاية, right? And then you can find here. وبرضو so widely and so long. So we have parallelism here, and we have the word pair so that. So widely and so long that the infectious organisms. So please make sure you find reasons for your answer. Let's go to question number 5. عمر no. شازا good. ليه قلت لي answer D يا شازا؟ ولا جت كده؟ Okay. No answer, huh? Anyway, look at number 5. However, you have to read from up here. These drugs have been used so widely and for so long that the infectious organisms, the antibiotics, are designed to have adapted to them, making the drugs, انت تاني عمر answer A, less effective than those of other drugs. لو انا بقارن حاجة بحاجة تانية يا اما هستخدم than those of يا اما هستخدم apostrophe S or S apostrophe بس مش الاثنين. Okay? And so answer B is the same problem. Least effective or less effective, answer D. I should بقارن antibiotic drugs with other types of drugs and بقارن two categories مع بعض. Category 1, category 2. So it's less effective. أنا مش محتاج الفريز في الآخر عشان it's understood from the paragraph. أنا بقارن two drugs مع بعض. Let's try number 6. Good. Shaza. Omar, very good job. Parallelism of the list, fungi, comma, viruses, comma, and parasites. Answer A ما ينفعش because ناقص لنا comma at and. There's the hint tell us. Do I tell you anything? Okay. Number 7. So far, so good. Good job, Omar. What about you, Shaza? Take your time.
Let's see.
Oh, you told me an answer. Ah, I'm sorry, Shaza. Very good job. Apologies. Answer C. Now look at this one here. We're looking for parallelism here, right? Some microorganisms may develop while others create resistance to a single antimicrobial agent, create the development of resistance to several. So here we break the parallelism in the second phrase. It's not equal in style or structure. Answer B, while others resisting, not equal. Answer D, أنا بقول هنا to several agents or two classes. أنا مش لازم أقول to مرتين بقولها مرة واحدة. Answer C is the best answer. Very good job there, guys. Let's go to question number 8. No. عمر. شاذة. No. Okay. So انا عارف انت عملت ايه يا عمر. قول لي انت عملت ايه. انا عارف انت عملت ايه. انت شفتها word pair صح؟
أيوه as and as.
اوكي بس احنا لازم نفهم. اوكي؟ لازم نفهم. مش نحفظه بس. هو شوف كلمة as يعني as على طول. لو عملت كده اخرك 21. right؟ 22 بكتير قوي. as بقارن حاجة بحاجة تانية. He's as fast as. He's as smart as. ما بنعملش كده. The organisms are referred to as. هنا as بيقول اسمهم ايه؟ multi-drug resistant or MDR strains. So ده بديل. بديك اسم تاني بتاعتها. Okay? So this is not a word pair. It looks like a word pair question, but it's not. Right? And most people, they see as, and they think هو كده. So لازم برضو نتعود على الأسئلة يبقى شكله حاجة أنا حافظها. لا. It does a switcheroo. And the tests do this, right? عشان الامتحان مش بيختبرك على انت حافظ ايه. بيختبرك. I hope I'm saying that correctly. انت تقدر تطبق ايه. Okay? So number 9. Two, one, time. Where's my answer? Shaza, Umar, Brumar. No, Omar. Miss Shaza?
I sent you the answer.
I get so confused sometimes. I'm sorry. برضو no. يا جماعة. يا جدعان. Okay, عمر.
Yes.
قلت لي C. صح؟ Or A. No, you told me C. كده معناها A غلط. صح كده؟
Yes.
Okay, why? Why do you say A is incorrectamundo, sir?
Musta, هو there is a mistake. هو I meant D, not A, because and it
يا
is.
عم دي يا عم you say دي ماشي. What's the mistake in A?
No, I don't know.
إيه؟ You're changing the answer. That means there's a mistake. صح?
Yes.
So what's the mistake you saw? ولا حاسس وخلاص؟
لا مش حاسس. هو like I didn't refer by it to the antibiotical drugs. So I say it to like to refers to the
Okay,
antimicrobial
but
drug.
okay. Antimicrobial drug use occurs everywhere in the world and is not limited. So the verbs are parallel. وهنا in the world, two industrialized nations. Preposition, preposition. We have parallel structure in answer A. Answer C, nations in the world, it's repetitive. Redundancy. صح؟ وبرضو answer D, احنا زودنا subject to verb. صح؟ أما عندنا and subject to verb لازم comma يجي قبليها. احفظوها. إجباري. ما عندناش الكومma ديت. So answer D is incorrect. It would be correct parallel structure. بس محتاجين الكوما بقى at this point. Answer A ما حطيناش الكوما صح؟ لو شفتوا answer A there's no comma. It combines best two verbs. Let's try another one. I want good answers, guys. No, Omar. Shaza. Good. Hard one. Sah. Hard one. Here. We know we need a comma and. I think all the answers be deacon comma and. This shouldn't even be. So Omar, you told me A. Yeah, right? Shaza told me B. Sorry, you should Shaza no as well. Apologies. So here, examples include drug-resistant pneumonias, sexually transmitted infections, comma, and skin soft tissue infections. المشكلة هنا skin soft tissue. Skin the اسم, it's a noun. Soft is a noun. Okay? ما ينفعش two nouns يلزقوا في بعض كده. When you have two nouns لازقين في بعض نحط colon ما بينهم dash ما بينهم or كلمة and ما بينهم or ing word. Okay? You can't have two nouns stuck to each other this way. A is no good. إجابة B ناقصة كلمة and. So B is no good. Our answer is C. Okay. في طلبة يقولوا well ازاي answer C؟ ازاي مش احنا هنا مفروض data skin and soft tissue infections. This is not redundancy. أنا ممكن استخدم كلمة and أكتر من مرة أو كذا مرة ورا بعض. It's not a redundancy issue here. أول and combine the three items في the list. Okay? The second and combine the two words دولت. Hard, eh? Let's try another one. Number 11. Shaza, no. Parallelism. That's what we need, my bro. Time. Omar? Good. Look, we need parallel structure. So they have longer, so there's gonna be parallel, the Shaza, and more expensive. Answer C, that's the parallel answer, right? ER and ER. More is ER, بنقول عليها ER. All right, let's go to parallelism, mega mix practice number 2. Wow, Anas, welcome to class. اخر 7 دقايق ومرحبا بيك. ايه اللي حصل؟ Very late. Anas. So now we're going to go into question number 1. We're still practicing parallel structure. Remember, نقرا الجملة كلها نتأكد the
Yes, yes.
structures are equally alike. ليه اتأخرت كده؟
I thought class was on 3:30.
Why?
I got confused because it says all the other days are 3:30. But لسه ملاحظ إن today it's 2 يعني.
Pretty logical there.
والله I'm sitting beside the laptop. I'm waiting for 3:30 and I كده بصيت لقيته 2. اتضايقت.
طيب ابعت لي رسالة على واتساب. So that way رقم عايز رقم موبايلك. Are you in our group or no?
لا بس أنا كنت مكلم حضرتك قبل كده.
Really? Can you just message me? عشان the group sometimes I remind students, hey, don't forget class, or ببعت الرسالة والحاجات دي.
yeah.
Oh, Anas, you messaged me a long time ago.
Yes, you said
Wow.
message with Zoe.
Okay, cool. Got you. I recorded the session. We're practicing دلوقتي parallelism. Omar and Shaza, where's my answer? Omar, no. Shaza, yes. So, Omar, you repeated the word more, which is unnecessary here. عشان more affluent, more educated. عشان كده بنقول إجابة A. هتقولي بس في السؤال اللي قبليها، كان لسه السؤال اللي قبليها، اشمعنى احنا قلنا more مرتين؟ ما قلناش more مرتين. كان في قبل and was like run faster and more intelligent. So كان في ER وبعديها more. So if I have the word more, I don't need to repeat it twice. I only repeat it when one side has ER and the second side has more. Understood, sir? Or no?
Yes.
Number 2. Good. Good, Shaza. Good, Omar. Excellent job there. Anas, no, right? Because, yeah, Anas, more compares 2 things. But here, we're comparing people, right? Educated people with all the other people. So the most likely to quit. And فكر في one of the most. And that's what we're doing here. So 2 things بياخد more than 2 بياخد most. Number 3. Remember parallelism. That's what we're practicing here. Parallel structure. Good, Shaza. Omar, good. And time. Mr. Anas.
Yes.
What's the answer?
It's no change.
No. You're missing the comma end. When you have a list, Yanis, you need a comma end, right? So it's missing the comma and answer B
I didn't see.
is not parallel. And answer C, lower income, adjective, noun. Less educated, adjective, noun. And minority segments, adjective, noun. One in a double comma, one in a and. The list is parallel. Very good job there. Shazan Omar. Let's go to question number 4. Read context. Okay. Shazan, excellent. Anas, good. Omar? See, I knew you were going to say that. Omar, did you read the text ولا لا?
No.
Okay.
But from the first
ماليش
there
دعوة.
until
More impressionable. More susceptible. So احنا بنستخدم comparative, more or ER or less B, not least. Should look at the parallelism of sentences بقى. Okay, so make sure you find support for your answer. Let's try number 5. Okay, good. Now, مش عايزين 50-50 on this topic. We want a hundo bundo. Okay, أي topic احنا بناخدها I want 80 or 90%. عمر good. نسيت أحط timer. Shazza, very good. And that's a very good job. So here, what was done, where is it? They paid and supplied. All right, beautiful people. أول حاجة, before we go today, احنا خلصنا parallel structure today. I think this is the final grammar lesson that we have. Okay, so we're about done with the grammar, which is about 20 questions on your test. Not 20, I'm sorry. It's about 20% of your test. بعد كده we're going into punctuation. من بداية الحصة اللي جاية. Punctuation, I give it after grammar عشان grammar بيساعدنا نفهم أكتر the structure of a sentence, the structure of a paragraph. Just let me double check. I think we're going into punctuation now. Yeah, parallelism, mega mix practice. Yes. So we're done with the grammar portion of our test. We're going into the punctuation portion. هبدأ أنزلكم برضو passages زي ما احنا اتفقنا. Homework هينزل كمان شوية النهاردة. Do you guys have any questions before we go? Great progress. You can learn anything. Mr. Samau. Bye.